Hi guys and welcome to the channel. First and foremost, just want to say thank you again to all the supporters of the channel. Everybody who's liked, subscribed, commented on the videos, it helps us out immensely. It keeps me coming back to the bench and doing these videos for you and seeing what else we got in the collection. And so yeah, I mean, like I say, it's nice to have a break from building every now and again, just to have a look through these old kits. When I've just finished that Cortina project a few days ago, and I've just started back on the 70 Roadrunners. So yeah, if you're new to the channel, please do press that subscribe button. I did, like I say, we're hoping to grow the channel, and that's really all I'm asking to help grow that. It just does give me a bit of a enthusiasm boost when you see the sub start going up again. I think, like I say, over the last month or so, I think we've been in a bit of a flat spot, but that's by the by. I know people are out there and they do enjoy these videos and they do value seeing these old kits. But yeah, I thought this one, been meaning to do an unboxing on this hardtop since I did that 65 Cadillac unboxing. I think I was trying to do a bit of a series. We got quite a few of these old Cadillacs, and some in flat boxes, some not. But I think we'll kind of started at 65. I've got some of the 64s and 63s. We might do a video at the end once we've covered all the later ones. But the 64s, you can still get hold of relatively, not easily, but they're still out there, and the most commonly seen. So I thought I'd concentrate on these old ones. This is the 66 Cadillac Coupe Deville and the Deville convertible, and they're both pretty much identical kits except from the body. Shared all the same customizing parts. It's just a 2-in-1, this one. Pretty much just altered box arts on it. You got for the convertible, you have and I'm sure they're just using like dealer advertisement pictures for these, for their box arts. And this is a convertible version, but you can see that the customizing versions, customizing artwork and parts are exactly the same on both the hardtop and the convertible. Boxes are very similar all the way around, and even what they were advertising on the side of the box at the time was pretty much the same. These classic, I've had so many of these and just can't bring myself to have the patience to build them. I mean, especially like Chrysler. I think I've got the promo version when Oki re-released a few kits, and they boxed up the Joanne Turbine promo kit. But yeah, I mean, it was both box arts are nice, and I do obviously prefer the coupe. Much who doesn't prefer the coupe on a model kit? I mean, just not a massive convertible fan, to be honest. I don't know if you've ever owned a convertible, but it's not until you drive one you realise that the only people who are benefiting from that are the people who are the passengers in the car. Because when you drive an old 3 Series E36 convertible, when you're driving a convertible, you don't really notice the winds down, or you can't look up and enjoy the scenery because you're just going to end up shoving your face into a tree. So completely lost my train of thought there. But this is the hardtop. We're going to be unboxing because they're both identical kits. We're going to be unboxing the hardtop. just because, yeah, this one I've had in the collection for quite a few years now. I've already rebagged it, but we'll unbag it all for the unboxing. You know, the convertible, this is more of a recent purchase, came in that auction lot, and yeah, it's pretty much a mint kit all the way through, but it just had the body painted at one time, and windshield post needs repairing and what have you. So yeah, I think we do have a builder we can look at for the convertible as well. So you can get to have a look at one of them when they're kind of built up. I did think I had a 66 coupe. I've probably sold that over the years. Certainly don't have it anymore. So well, I couldn't find it, and all that kind of stuff I've already dragged out of storage. So yeah, we'll get on to laying the parts out for these and having a bit of a butcher's through. I know there's some really nice wheels in this. Yeah, a lot of you custom people like the wheels in this one. And you can kind of see the similarities between parts used on the hearse and what have you. And obviously that was a 66, so they're going to use some of the same parts in that kit. But yeah, next shot we'll get these unboxed. We'll definitely get one of them unboxed and have a squiz through. So we'll see you in a second. Right then, so that's all the parts laid out. Just so we can have a good look through it. As I said, we're looking at the hardtop just because they're both basically the same kits. The hardtop and the convertible. There was the only change in it was the body, and obviously the glass was a bit different. You just got your front glass in the convertible, but so yeah, I mean, this is the one we're looking at. It's been a few years since I've opened this box, and since I sorted it all out and bagged it and made it all nice inside, preserved it a little bit better than it was. But yeah, I think like I say, we've already had a look at the boxes, but there we go. We'll just start off on the instruction sheets. As always, really nice box art on these, and artwork on the instructions and the box. And I'm pretty sure these would have been done by two different artists, to be quite fair. This one's much refined. They probably for the box art they use someone else, because like for the stock versions, you just got your dealer photos in there on the corner, and so they didn't really put any artwork on the boxes for either for the stock versions. So yeah, I can imagine. I mean, it's a lovely bit of artwork, that stock version, but yeah, you can tell differences, like, or maybe that was just a sketch from the same artist. Don't know enough about it, like, but yeah, we got some chrome foil in here, and I think these did come in Joanne kits. I got a few other flat box kits where you saw this chrome foil. It's a lot thicker than the foil you see of today, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it's original to the kit, like. Just pop that over there so I don't forget to put it back in the box when I'm done. But yeah, it's just your basic assemblies and what have you, and yeah, your stock interior and your custom interior. There's quite a few custom options in this one. Yeah, nice little bits and pieces. We'll have a look at them nice custom wheels in a second when we get to the actual kit. But yeah, this came with the posable front steering, as opposed to just a through axle with most of its predecessors. The 64 was a through axle kit, and yeah, you got changed that 65 where they started putting all this stuff in, which we've seen before. Just how to quickly pop your interior and body tubbing, your glass and all that carry on. Yeah, just your putting together your stock versions. That's your rear panel to just sit in between the stock bumper and what have you, and your stock grille, and your more lavish custom parts and what have you. Yeah, custom lights, custom front and rear roll pans or ends, and the custom grill and what have you. And yeah, this is a bit about the. So yeah, this chrome wasn't part of the original thing. You know, they've got instructions how to use it and what have you. And yeah, this is quite a nice little touch. Yeah, you could sort of plan your projects and get artistic with it. Do it the way, you know, sketch the way you want your project to end up. Yeah, you don't see much of that in many kits nowadays or back in days, to be quite fair. That was yeah, you didn't really have that in many instruction sheets. I'll just pop that chrome foil back in there and stop messing up the layout of parts, which I just done. So, but we'll get to them all. We'll get to them all. Glass. Again, with every single old kit, you'll have your bits of scuffing and what have you. Looks like they've still got a bit of an extension piece on for a promo version. I'd probably end up cutting that off. I don't think that'd fit underneath there without doing a little bit of work to it. So yeah, you'd probably just scribe along that line until you got all the way through. I wouldn't risk using a saw on that or anything. Just shatter it to pieces. But yeah, nice glass. And I'm not saying I've already bagged up these parts. That, like I said, I'd like to keep all the clear parts separate to one another and stuff like that. And so I'm not pulling them out of these little bags just for this video. But yeah, you got your custom rear lights in there, stock rear lights on there, all still on tree. I think, like I say, this one is, was definitely the better kit to have a look through. And yeah, the tyres are still in the. I think this is the original bag with the original staple on it. I could be wrong. They might not come back in here, but yeah, just your standard Joanne cross ply tyres, white bands. Tree wise, you just got that stock rear lower valance there. Just fits in there before you put the chrome bumper on, and all ties it in together well. Your custom headlamp covers. I think the other one's down here somewhere, but yeah, probably the only bit of the custom parts I wasn't too sure on, to be quite fair. But yeah, you got your lap belts, and I think that's. I should have really just paid more attention to them instructions, or actually look through them before I sit down and do these videos. But like I say, it's you just looking at these for the first time for a few years with me, and I think that's your steering arm. I think that goes there, and then or the other way around, and then you pop your steering wheel onto there, something like that. Bit of a weird design, but yeah, we'll get to dash in a second. But yeah, that's about that for that. And just got your other lap belts and other headlamp cover, and the nice Delco batteries you get in these. Like I say, I think it'll be really hard to pick up on the engraving on that, but they're really nice, these batteries in these Cadillac kits. Like I say, it just keeps going out of focus, unfortunately. Looks like a pod to a TV or something for interior. Give yourself a nice big old TV to watch. custom rear end and your custom front end. So yeah, I think I won't mind building again. Like I said, it on every single one of these mint ones I have. You know, they're never going to be destined for a customs these, but yeah, there are other options, especially for this kit, which you can use these on without ruining a. No, I'm not saying ruining him because I do like these parts. You know, not a lot of people don't like them. But I like them people immensely because they'll have a big box of customizing parts which they'll never use, and half the people who have these parts lying around don't even know what they're for. And if I could have a massive box of customizing parts, I'd be an happy chappy. I mean, I've got a few bits and pieces, helped us with projects over the years, but yeah, a lot of these parts just got thrown away, I would have guessed, and over the time, you would have just built it as a stock. Most people would just build this as stock, because it's such a pretty car without the need of customizing it. How to improve on a nice design. So yeah, you got your custom steering wheel, just your couple of chassis pins, it looks like. I'm assuming that's for the front. I think they only... Yeah, you didn't get screws with these, so actually that'll be for the rear of it. There's only two holders on these. They don't have anything on front. They just snap in, slide over the front of the fire radiator core support, and so there's no need for screws in front. Again, we'll have a look at chassis in a second once we get round there. But yeah, you got your lowering blocks for the rear suspension, because that was just a standard through axle, didn't need anything else. Nicely detailed radiator, your headers and your intake manifold with the other bits moulded in on the side, so you glue your engine house together and that just sits on top, and you put your valve covers on top. Yeah, we're just losing a few bits off here, but yeah, that's life, innit? Saves us taking them off later. And engines are already always nice in these Cadillac kits, It'll be very similar to 65 we looked at in that other video, but this is what you get generally in your hearses and stuff like that. Your nice big fan belt and pulleys, and your standard axle wheel backs for the rear. Fronts were obviously a little bit different for the power steering, and two pieces that say you could build them so they would still spin if you were that way inclined, so to speak. But yeah, excuse me. Stock seats, again, just pretty much basic seat. I think this interior is a lot better than some of the interiors which Joanne bought out in the early 60s, and we saw them retooled in the late 70s, 80s, just as your US oldies and stuff for the ones which survived. But yeah, a lot of them interior tubs were like half the depth they should have been. But yeah, just your standard buckets with your seat back panels there for the stock ones. Custom seats, again very similar to the 65 custom seats, with this huge bottom portion. So yeah, if you're a little bit on the shorter side, you're not going to have your feet sticking out. Your feet will probably be sort of just hanging off the edge there, so you'd have to have the seat lower down to touch pedals properly and what have you. Can't imagine it's very comfortable driving something like that with that much lounge on you underneath your knees. In center consoles, you've got a couple of options. You got your stock center console and your custom center console with what I'd assume is a 8-track and an ashtray and some kind of clock or extra instrument cluster on there. I'm assuming that holds like a little telephone or something like that. Not too sure. Stock dashboard. Again, probably very similar to what you'll see in your hearses and ambulances and what have you, but yeah, I mean, it's very similar to 65, and you got, if we can get it to actually focus, it's really sharp button detail, and the Cadillac scripts down there, and some nice interior instrument cluster detail on that one, and your more custom version with your pleated style dash top and dash bottoms and what have you, and you sort of racing inspired instrument pods and what have you, and I'm pretty sure that's like I say, that's where that thing is. We've probably gone through all that a million times, but yeah, your firewall, standard firewall with just nice little bit of wiring detail and your brake master cylinder and all this kind of carry on going on back, and wiper motor and stuff. Chassis wise, again, just like I mean, it's I think we're all used to that huge long hearse chassis, which is pretty much the same, but it just makes a difference not having that much hanging off the back of it. Like, so yeah, it's very nice chassis. This, even in areas where there isn't nice detail, you can easily freehand the rest of that frame rail going up there, but it's certainly defined enough that you can pick a lot of detail out, and you don't have to glue a million bits together to get your chassis together, which you'll never look at again. So yeah, obviously where all your steering points attached to and what have you, just your 2 pins for the back, and that just front of it just slots in like the hearse and what have you. So that's the chassis. Interior tub, again, very similar to the 65, and again much nicer interior than you got in your earlier 60s kit. It has the right depth to it. It's got some really nice armrests, really like these in the 65 as well, that they stick out so much, and you got so much detail in there. They aren't just mimic the side rests on these. They've actually built them in there as well. Matching rear seats to the stock front seats. There is a bit of carpet burn on this. Not the type we like, but like I say, I'm pretty sure they're that's the factory bags. And like I say, this one came from, I think it was like a relative. If they were on eBay years ago, and he was selling off big chunks of it. Yeah, some of them he'd sell off individually, and then you could see he was getting bored and he was just wanting to offload, so he shoved 10 kits in to a lot, and I'm pretty sure this was in one of them lots. And but it's funny, I bought kits from different sellers around that time. And the only thing I can think is, unfortunately, somebody passed. And this chap who was selling this one, I think he was a relative, and he obviously didn't know much about them, but they were still fetching good money, really, really good money, to be fair. And the ones which came in the bigger lots, you obviously paying a little bit less. But then you were seeing other sellers who I bought kits off around the same time. In like some of these kits that came from this collection, you started seeing certain little things from other sellers, and you could tell it was the same builder for the ones which had been started. So I'd assume that there was like the collection got split by a number of relatives, and this guy was just trying to offload as much as he could of it, with what he got, and then probably other relatives just sold it to other sellers on eBay and what have you. But I got a fair few nice ones out of this collection when it was being sold off. I mean, like I say, that was just through eBay, but I think, yeah, this might have had a few extra bits and pieces in it. I think I found that you'd get a nice kit and there'd be a couple of extra bits and pieces in it here and there, and some pieces were missing altogether. And I've still got a 60, a Joanne 60 Pursuit wagon, and yeah, that was a mint kit, but it was missing glass, and yeah, just I've still got that one, like, and we'll find the glass or make the glass for it one day. But yeah, there was a little bit, but yeah, that was just a bit of a story about that, how I assume how these came to market one day. And you know, we'll have a look at body on this one. You know, absolutely stunning body on this. Yeah, I mean, you don't really need to say much about it. I mean, it's just a really crisp mould, really beautiful design and what have you, and yeah, just nice from every angle, to be quite fair. Removable hood, obviously. I think they're a little bit tight on these. I'll do off camera just because I don't want to break any of them, any pins on the side. But yeah, like I say, it's very similar to the 66S. How all the chassis and everything goes together and what have you. So yeah, absolutely stunning is that. But yeah, like I say, we thought we'd go through the hardtop, and just because that's the better one, and yeah, we will look at Chrome Tree. I'll try not to make the mistake as I did with that Corvair video by, I think I just put too much on table, but I did want to cover them two kits together. Like, yeah, they just want enough. They want enough in that Craftsman series kit to make a video of its own. And I didn't really have any extra builders or anything, so I thought I'd throw it in there. But yeah, I completely forgot to show body of that Craftsman series. So I just stuck at the end of the video, and yeah, yeah. Like I say, I've got a few flat box kits. You know, probably 13, 14 maybe, and I just find the chrome on them just stood the test of time. Whether I've just been really lucky with the ones I've got, or whether they would just use a better quality plater at the time. You know, yeah, I think quality control was probably more up there back in the early to mid 60s to late 60s, and then it obviously started dropping off a little bit. And when the company changed hands through certain people over the years, and yeah, I know there was a lot of controversy about Deville buying it and being misrepresented by the condition of the tooling and stuff like that. And then yeah, we lost a lot of it, didn't we? So, but yeah, I mean, going back to Chrome, I'm just, like I say, just unfortunately the way I've actually recut this whole clip just for the fact that I didn't realise my battery had run low, and yeah, it ran out. Oh, it got to 0.5% where it's saying, you know, we're not letting you record anymore. And yeah, I'm not one to start stitching video clips together to that extent, you know. So you just see it as I'm seeing it, and yeah, luckily I didn't get too far into that one. So probably just still gassing on with instructions at 15 minutes. Is yeah, you probably did me a favour by cutting that one short. But yeah, the chrome absolutely mint. Your stock rear bumper will be the same as the hearse, ambulance and what have you. And but yeah, I mean that's just in really nice condition. Stock rear bumper, obviously a lot different to the ambulance. You know, it's yeah, for sedans. Didn't have the ambulance, obviously had just the lower bumper part, and that's all in nice shape, and stock wheel hub covers and what have you. But these chrome reverse wheels, I think, are probably the nicest kit based chrome reverse wheels you can buy, or is out there. The 57 Chevy, the AMC 57 Chevy has a really nice set of rear chrome reverse wheels, and I was always disappointed that they didn't tool up some matching narrower front wheels on that kit, because that would have made a really nice set of chrome wheels. But yeah, definitely chrome reverse wheels are my favourite style of wheel. I just think they look good on pretty much anything you put it under. But yeah, your valve covers with your nice Cadillac engraving and some really, really nice plated number plates. I think you saw some of these in other kits, but they were not plated. They were just in standard plastic colour, whatever Joanne decided to throw in your box on that given day. Your stock headlamps, stock air cleaner, chrome wheel, chrome steering wheel. I think that was probably your stock steering wheel, to be quite honest, and you just paint the outer edge. Some headlamps and headlamps and spot lamps of a couple of different sizes. Your rear seat speaker, even though I can't speak properly trying to say that. Yeah, your chrome fan and your telephone for centre console, and these are your pinions for your front axle, and the chrome front axle, which all mounts together and makes that steering work. And yeah, that'll be the telly screen to that thing we found earlier on. That's one of the custom tail lights. I think the other one's there, and yeah, I think we got a couple of loose bits and pieces, I think they dropped off pretty much as I was taking this out of the bag, so they must have just been hanging on by a thread. But we'll just check it. Yeah, there's no other loose bits on there. I think that's got the last of them off. So yeah, so again, just your custom rear grills which go behind the custom parts and what have you to finish them off. Yeah, I think that grill will probably bring that front end to life a little bit. But yeah, so that's pretty much it, to be fair, on this one. Like I say, we chose the hardtop. Yeah, like I say, we'll have another look in box of the convertible, but we haven't sorted this one yet. We just need to do what we did with this one years ago, and just pour these into separate bags and what have you. But yeah, I mean, we do. I think the only other 66 I've got as a something else to add to this was this old builder. So this is the convertible, obviously, and yeah, I think it was missing a couple of the front hubcaps and what have you, and a tyre, but all the steering stuff's in there. But I mean, they do build into I think I had a hardtop built up at one point. I did think I might still have it, but yeah, a quick look over at shelves, and it wasn't there. And yeah, pretty much got all my stuff, all the builders organised pretty well now. Finally, after trying various storage solutions over the years, I think I finally found one which gets me to keep seeing them, but not sort of being in way, so to speak. But yeah, they just build up into a really, really nice little kit. And yeah, I think obviously you would have originally, before it all fell off, you would have had your steering working in there. And yeah, this one will definitely get restored one day, definitely. Yeah, I think all Cadillacs will. I mean, it's funny that you say. I mean, I was a massive fan of Cadillacs when I was younger, and the 59s and stuff like that, and I wasn't too fussed about the later 60s Cadillacs. It was all about the 50s stuff, and the 50 and the 60 and the earlier 58s and stuff. Yeah, but yeah, I think my taste has changed a little bit now. I think yeah, I couldn't wait for Monogram to bring out that convertible, and then by the time they did it, it was just like that kind of moment I'd moved on from 59, and I was always disappointed with that Monogram kit. That they, absolutely stunning kit, don't get me wrong. I mean, but I was always disappointed that they only brought it out with the Eldorado trim, and I would have much rather it had the Coupe Deville trim, because I've just thought the Eldorado trim on that 59 was just on the real car. There's nothing bashing the kit at all. I think it's an absolutely stunning kit. But yeah, I would have just preferred it in a lower trim level. Would have opened it up to a lot more potential, and and yeah, I mean, I'm going completely off track onto another subject there, but it's yeah, the thought of sanding all that Eldorado trim off that 59, it's not really appealing, or a job I'd really want to do. But maybe one day, because I would like to build one, but just not as the Eldorado. And like I say, I wouldn't even. I'd probably build this one as stock or a very mild custom, but only for the facts that a lot of people out there will know that this body lived on in other forms. I won't go into this kit too much and do a body comparison, because there's quite a few from this series. Well, you got your the 66 Cadillac, obviously, and the 66 Pontiac Bonneville, which I think was pretty much a copy of the MPC kit, and I've got an MPC builder. And there was more run-at-mill things like your 66 Buick Wildcat and your Thunderbird, and the 65 Chevy Impala, which they still labelled as 66. I'm assuming, just to keep within this range. But yeah, they're all labelled as 124th, and they're actually 125th. And like I say, we will go into comparisons more so in the other video I do. We'll get one of these out of the bag and see how close they are, because yeah, I think they're pretty much a copy. I give you that, and that's what the word is out there anyway. But yeah, we're gonna go through all the Hasegawa kits. I think this was 1986. This was released or something. I don't think it has the date on here, but I'm pretty sure this range was bought out in 86, and I think the last time they bought them out was in 2019 with the with them figures in there, the lady figures in there. Like yeah, I've been half tempted to pluck all them out of me out of that series I've got and just flog them all. Because I'm really interested. I'm not a figure painter or anything. So, but yeah, that's another thing for another day, I suppose. But yeah, what we'll do is like I say, I wanted to get this 66 video out so we could move on to that. And I think the question was going to be in that next video, and might as well ask it now, because how did they come about to getting some of these tooling? Did they just rip them off, literally get a promo and rip it off somehow? Or, but like I say, the 66 Pontiac Bonneville is pretty much an exact match for the one they did in this range. So yeah, what we'll do is we'll get every single one out, even the newer ones, and yeah, like the Wildcats and what have you, which you can still buy the AMT kits today. But yeah, the reason I bought that out originally, 5 minutes ago, was just say you can use all these custom bits on one of these and not go to the extent of questioning yourself of, shall I build it custom, shall I build it stock, what's the best thing for the kit kind of thing. And yeah, so we'll do another video on that, and hopefully that'll be of some interest. But yeah, if anybody knows from this video, which I can add into the next video, how that came about, then we'll have a look at them all together, and I'll film that. I think by the time you see this video, what have I got? I think I've got one scheduled for Friday, one scheduled for Sunday. So you might see this one midweek. So I would have thought yeah, this will probably go out like Tuesday, I would have thought, next week, and which is now today for you guys watching it or whatever. So yeah, we'll go into that other Hasegawa series and have a look through them old kits. Somebody just might want to see all the what's inside them, but I mean, I won't go into unboxings or anything like that. I mean, they're all pretty much the same kit of them, but just thought it'd be something else interesting to add to this video and, like I say, extend it out a little bit more for you guys. But yeah, I think on that, keep on pulling that thing into focus, just because, like I say, I'm filming all this. I'm trying to get as many videos scheduled that I can use and, you know, upload in future likes, or schedule in future. So yeah, I mean, again, thanks for everybody who's stuck around, watched the videos, and yeah, please continue to enjoy the videos and subscribe. Subscribe to the channel. You know, I think, like I said, the beginning of the video, you know, that's what really helps us along. You know, it just gives us encouragement, if nothing else. You know, it doesn't give us anything monetary, especially not at the moment. So yeah, if you wouldn't mind pressing that subscribe button, be very much appreciated. But we will leave it at that and say see you bye for now. See you later.